Hey everyone. So I have been applying to the sisters and to the school, like the school boards here, not only in Canada but overseas. So I'm hoping I get something there. I did talk to some of the sisters here, but unfortunately, with all the downsizing and everything that's going on, they are not hiring and they're not taking people in right now. So for me, if I was to enter into becoming a sister, I would go with the Sisters of Notre Dame, just because I've worked with a lot of different sisters, and they are the sisters that teach. They teach in the schools and they teach in different places. It's very hard with the Jesuits because I've been with the Jesuits a long time and they haven't taken me in. They haven't given me roles in administration. So I keep in touch with the Archdiocese of Toronto. But let's face it, I've been on my own since I've come to Canada. And because of the people tracking me and following me and all that, I'm put off from going into a relationship with someone because I don't like it. And if somebody gets married to me, are they going to get married to me and my mother and sister and brother and my family and friends, or are they going to get married to me? So, it's like I told Rafa, I've closed my heart to certain things. My heart remains open to the love of God and the peace of Christ, but I'm really not interested, because when I start dating someone, when I start going out with somebody, everybody else and its whole world wants to get involved, and I'm not interested. So anyway, that's that. But yeah, I did speak to Sister Eileen, and unfortunately they don't have anything. So let's see. I'll just keep following and seeing what's happening. And it's very hard here. I've tried many times to get into Catholic organizations or Christian organizations like World Vision and things like that, and I haven't been successful. And for me, if I'm not working, there's no life. I might as well give up and just die. I don't like it. I don't like not earning my own income and not being of service. And even if my uncles wanted to give me my grandfather's business, I don't have a problem with it, but I wanted them to help me with it because I don't really have the skills to do it on my own completely. And I wouldn't want to run it here because here there's too much competition from the big companies. So I would want to go back to Africa and do it there, like in Vic Falls or somewhere like that, in a tourist place. So we'll see. But yeah, that's my dream. I don't want to live here for the rest of my life. It's cold, first of all. Secondly, the people are cold. All of my friends, if you look at my friends, they all visible, many of them, not all, but many of them are visible minorities, or they are people that came here from South Africa. And so, I don't really see the point in living in a country where I'm not valued, where I'm not appreciated, where I have to fight to get religious accommodation as a Christian. I have to fight to get health accommodation, and the Americans won't give it, even with a doctor's note. So that's why I'm saying I wouldn't want to go to America now, because I expected the Americans to be more compassionate and to be more kind, especially when it's somebody that's like your top employee that brings in the money and brings in the awards and everything. I didn't expect to be treated like that. So anyway, what I do in my spare time when I'm sitting in front of the TV, I put the adoration on. So this adoration here, or I put on hymns and music. I like this adoration. I found it over Lent. And then I sit and I do my knitting. So I knit like this. I practice my knitting and I do embroidery. That's what I do. And I just enjoy the silence. That's what I enjoy. So yeah, don't rule me out if opportunities come up in Vic Falls or Kariba, because at the end of the day, I can't always be the one training others, leading things. I also need to be nurtured. I also need to have that support, that protection. I also need that. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And that's my dream. I want to go back to Zimbabwe. And Mnangagwa, he better take me. He better not say, oh, it's only for black people and we only want the black people. He better change his attitude. Because I did a lot from here for him, for Dr. Jaquera, for Botswana. I did a lot. So the only thing I want to do before I go back, I want to go to Graceland. I made Elvis that promise. There was that one year I wanted to go, but unfortunately I couldn't get the vacation. When I first started at Teleperformance, I couldn't take the time off. But I made him a promise that I will go to Graceland. I want to go to Graceland and I want to see it. And the other thing I want to do before I go back is to go to a John Maxwell IMC. So if there's anybody willing to sponsor me for that, that's how people go. They get sponsorships. A lot of the people who are in Africa and places like that, they get sponsorships. And then they go back and they train the people in the companies that sponsored them. So what I'm asking for is not impossible. It's very possible. But I don't know why Canada is like this. And it's also being a visible minority. Because if they have to choose between you and a white person, they'll choose the white person. Especially in the banks and all that. It's very hard. So anyway, that's what I'm doing today. I'm sitting and doing my knitting. I did this one. The strip. Then the ladies at the church, what they do is they join all the strips together and then they make like a prayer blanket. And they pray over it. But I haven't contributed for a while because I've been working. So I'm doing these now while I'm sitting at home. But yeah, it's not impossible. And that's why I'm telling people, I want you to tell people about my skills, my talents, what I can do, what I can offer. Because you never know who might be willing to contribute. Even for my rent and that, obviously I don't like asking people to pay for my rent. You want to be independent. You want to have your own income coming in and all that. And I'm not married, so there's nobody that's willing to, it's like you have to fight before anybody gives you that money. But just, I put it out there because I'm hoping that people will contribute, and I'm praying for those contributions. I ask Our Lady of Good Remedy to help me, and I'm going to go back. I made up my mind. Nothing's going to stop me. I don't want to stay here forever. When I get my things in order and when that right opportunity comes, I'm going to go. I don't want to live here forever and live like this in poverty. I had a much better quality of life in Africa compared to here. And I didn't have doctors shoving pills down my throat and shoving, oh, go and get this psychiatric treatment from the police and all that for all this rubbish. I don't deserve it. I deserve the opposite. I've saved lives. I've helped people. I've built up the community, not just here, but in Zimbabwe, in South Africa, in England, in America, so they can take their psychiatric assessment and shove it where the sun don't shine, as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah, and Elvis was a nice man. Don't listen to all these people. There's insane people that they always got something to say about him and about others, but they don't care about the good that he did, and they don't look at their own lives. He was very good. Even when he divorced Priscilla, he gave her very good care. He looked after her. And some of these men, when they divorce you, they'll leave you with nothing. So that's what I'm doing today. But yeah, I'm not going to post. I'll just post what they post on their pages. I'm not going to post anything more. People get offended. They don't want good spiritual directors. They don't want people who actually help them to live well. No, so just leave them. That's my philosophy now. Just leave them. You want to die in sin, die in sin. Do what you want. Because when people tell you, then you want to kidnap the priests and the religious and all that. You want to kill them on the altar. You want to create wars because you don't get what you want. You know what? You're Judas. That's what you are. God still loves you. And when Judas went to that Gethsemane, Jesus still said, friend. He probably didn't know what he was going to do. That's why. Don't be too innocent. That's what Sister Eileen taught me. Protect yourself a little bit.